You can connect your microbit to your computer using a USB to micro USB cable, which should be included with your microbit. Once you have physically connected your microbit to your laptop or computer, you can open your web browser and navigate to makecode.microbit.org. And you can then click on New Project. And this takes you to the page where you can code or program your microbit. So to the left, you can see the simulator of the microbit. So anything that you code or program, for the most part, in the Make Code editor, you can test out on your simulator microbit. In the middle here is your toolbox, and these are all of your toolbox categories. And to the right is your workspace. So getting started, you may want to choose something from the input toolbox category, for example, on a button press. So I will take that block and drag it to the workspace. Then I will go into the basic toolbox category, and for example, I can choose show icon, and I can drag that to the workspace and put it inside the on button A pressed block. And they're like Lego, they snap together. And of course, there are some more options for icons, so I can click the drop down and I will choose this one from Pac-Man. So now I have a very simple program or code. I can test this out on the simulator microbit to the left, so I will press the A button. And there is my ghost. Now, to get this program to the actual microbit, you can click the download button. Or if you want to rename this file, because if you make changes to a program over here, you will have to re-download a new program each time you've made changes to it, to the actual physical microbit. So I will call this Ghost 1 because potentially I may want to make multiple changes to this program. And each time I've made a new program, I could potentially give it a new name. So I will click download. Now, depending on how you have your computer set up, you may not know where this downloaded file has gone. So if you click on this arrow and click show in folder, you now know where that file is. It's right here. So microbit ghost 1, that's what I called it. And the type of file is called a hex file. And if you look in the File Explorer on the side here, you can see that the drive here is microbit E. So the microbit almost acts like a flash drive in that you can simply drag files into it. One thing to keep in mind is that unlike a flash drive, once that file has been dragged into the microbit drive, it gets interpreted as code, and so it doesn't actually save on there. You won't be able to see that file because it removes the file once it's been interpreted as code to free up memory. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this file I created into the microbit E. Come back, there we go. And you can see that it's copying the file. And if you looked at your microbit, the orange light on your microbit should be flashing right now as that's downloading. So if you look at your microbit, your physical microbit, and you press the A button, you should end up with the ghost when you press that button. I'm just actually doing it myself right now and taking a photo. So just like any other drive, before you actually disconnect your microbit, you'll want to eject the microbit. You see down here. You also can hook your microbit up to a battery pack, so you don't always have to have it hooked up to your computer to power the microbit. This is important if students wish to incorporate a microbit into a project. They're not going to want to have a computer with them at all times. So I'm going to go ahead and eject the microbit, and now I can safely remove the microbit. So that's my simple tutorial on how to use a microbit. It's my first tutorial, so I hope it was helpful and I hope I can get better at doing this type of thing in the future. Thanks and see you later.